welcome back, or welcome if you're new. If you are new, hello and welcome. My name is Nikki, and I'm so glad to have you here along with my returning subscribers. It really means a lot to me. In today's What's for Dinner, I'm going to be sharing with you all these energy balls, and they are really good. So let's go ahead and get right on into this What's for Dinner so we can get to the energy balls. Tonight I'm doing cheesy chicken tacos in the crock pot. I've got 2 breasts in the crock pot. These are really large breasts. If you have smaller ones, you might want to use 4. This all depends on how big of a family you have, how many people you're feeding. But for us, it's just the 2 of us, but I wanted to have some leftovers. But anyways, 2 chicken breasts, 1 pack of taco seasoning, 1 can of rotel tomatoes, and then I'm going to add in 1 cup of chicken broth, and I'm going to cook this on low for 5 hours. Then I'm going to add some cheese once it's almost done. I have already shredded my chicken, and now I'm going to add in this cheese, and I picked this up on accident. This was a salsa, a cheese salsa that had some green chili peppers in it. But I thought that I was picking up a jar of the store brand Tostito cheese. But this is what I got, and I didn't realize it till I got home. But that's okay because the recipe actually does call for a can of green chilies, and I didn't have a can of green chilies. So in the end, this cheese that I accidentally picked up, I thought was wrong, but it ended up being just fine. It worked out. But anyways, this was really good, and I will definitely be making it again in the future. This was a little too runny to put on a taco shell, so we just decided to eat it in a bowl, and it was really good. And you all know me, I had to add some sour cream. I love sour cream, so here it is once it's done. On this night, I'm doing $1 Million Chicken, and I have an 8-ounce block of cream cheese that I've put in the microwave for a minute. And you want to wash it. Sometimes it takes 30 seconds, sometimes it takes a minute. I'm not sure why it varies like that. But anyways, I have added in some mild cheddar cheese and some shredded mozzarella cheese. And now I'm going to add in some bacon bits and just give this a quick stir. These chicken breasts were huge, so I just cut them in half, but I didn't really think about it, and I ended up making too much of the cream cheese mixture. But that's okay because this mixture is so good that I just piled it on thick on top of the chicken, and it was just awesome when we was eating it with all that extra cheesiness and bacon bits and all the yumminess. It was just really good. But anyways, I'm going to put that on there and then bake it on 350 for an hour. While my chicken is in the oven cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the side dish. If you watched last week's What's for Dinner, you know that we tried butternut squash for the first time, and this week the vegetable that we are trying is eggplant. We've never ate eggplant before, but anyways, I've just cut the ends off of the eggplant, and now I'm going to peel it with the vegetable peeler. The way that I'm going to cook this is I'm going to cut it in slices and then dip it in an egg and flour it, and then cook it in the air fryer. The eggplant didn't have that much flavor, and I wish that when I was making it, I would have remembered to use my batter that I use for my fried green tomatoes. I think that would have gave it more flavor, but we did eat it. We didn't have a problem with it. I will probably do it again with the fried green tomato batter, and I will have that batter down in the description box if you want to try that on your eggplant or whatever. but I will have all the recipes in this video down in the description box. All I'm doing is dipping it in the beaten eggs, and then I'm going to get it out of the egg and put it in the flour, roll it around, get it covered with some flour, and that's all I'm doing. I have preheated my air fryer, and now I'm just going to spray the basket with some cooking spray and then put the eggplant in here, and then I'm going to spray the eggplant with the cooking spray. You want to make sure you get it good and wet with the cooking spray because you don't want to have any dry spots of flour. And then I'm going to cook it for 5 minutes on 380 degrees, then flip it and cook it for 5 more minutes. And on this night, I totally forgot to get a picture of my plate once the food was done. So you're not going to be seeing the eggplant once it was done. And I hate when I do that because I always want you all to see what the food looks like when it's done. But I don't know. I just didn't have it together apparently. I was excited to eat and didn't think about taking the picture. But I do apologize for that. I always use a meat thermometer when I'm cooking chicken because I just like to make sure it's done. But for chicken, you want it to be 165, and as you can tell, this is 169 and climbing. These energy balls, you will need some semi-sweet morsels. I got mini, you don't have to use the mini ones. Some old-fashioned oats, some honey, peanut butter, and then coconut, which is optional. These are so easy to make and they're just so quick. It literally took me like 5 minutes to put this together. But anyways, what you're going to do is just mix your 4 ingredients in a bowl. You're not going to mix in the coconut because that's for rolling them in it. So you're going to mix up the oats, the peanut butter, the honey, and the chocolate morsels. To start with, this is a little hard to get everything mixed up, but I did accomplish it and it didn't take long at all. Here it is once I got it all stirred up, and now you're just going to put this in the fridge and let it sit for 30 minutes. Once the 30 minutes is up and you get it out of the fridge, you're just going to try to roll it in small balls. I found that it's easier to sort of like pack it with your hands instead of trying to roll. And I also found a little trick on getting the coconut on there too. I will show that in just a minute. I just want to mention that usually I try to have at least 3 dinner ideas in my What's for Dinners. And this week I only got 2 because I am currently sick right now when I'm making this voiceover. So things just didn't go as planned, but I still wanted to put this video out for you all. So I'm sorry if the editing isn't that great and that there's only 2 meal ideas this week. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoy, and hopefully next week will be better. Here's my little trick on getting the coconut on there. You sort of roll it around and then pick it up and just like squeeze it a little bit and it'll just stick on there. Some of them you will have to squeeze a couple of times to get it to stick, but it's a whole lot quicker than just keep rolling and rolling and nothing going on there. Here they are once they are done, and that's going to bring this video to an end. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye, guys!